Welcome back to Studio Chatter. We would like to welcome Mayor Steve Leifson to the table. We are so excited to have you in studio today. What a privilege it is.
Hey, it's nice to be around all these beautiful ladies.
Oh, well,
I'll tell you, it's awesome.
Well, speaking of ladies, the reason that we invited you here today is to speak about Mother's Day and your own mother. So what are some of your fondest memories of your mom?
Oh, I have the best mother. I'll tell you
We
what.
all do, right?
We all have the best mother. But I'll tell you what, I can't talk about my mother without talking about my father, because he taught us how to respect and honor women. You know, my dad loved my mom, and just the way he used to treat my mom, and he set the example for all of us, and it was awesome. But she's the best. She's 91 years old, and she lives still at home. The house that they moved into when they got married.
Wow.
So she's been there their whole married life, and
So the home you grew up in?
home I grew up in,
Okay.
and yeah,
That's
just
neat.
it was awesome. It was a great place to be a kid, you know.
Are all of your siblings nearby?
Yes, yeah. The farthest one away right now is my oldest brother. He lives in Linden.
Okay.
And the rest of us are here in Spanish Fork.
Oh, wow. So
they're
really, really close. Everybody's
really
still
close.
in Utah,
Yeah.
and you all share
Oh,
kind of the
yeah.
responsibility
Yeah.
when there's something
Yes, we do,
to be
and-
taken care of.
Yeah, it's great.
So what are some of the traditions your mom has started or continued from her childhood and that you guys still do now?
Well, she was really big on Christmas. She loved Christmas. My dad and her loved to do Christmas, and we always had Christmas traditions. My mom would always make us pajamas the night before Christmas.
Oh.
It
She might
was-
make
The night before?
Well, she had them. The night before, we put the buttons on them, or the snaps, and so that used to be the big
wow.
deal. But they loved Christmas. Easter was a big tradition for us. They'd take eggs, and we'd go up the mountains, and we'd roll them down the mountains, the eggs and all that.
And like hard-boiled eggs, right?
Hard
Not the
boiled, no,
plastic.
no, not
okay.
the, yeah, we save those to throw.
So
but-
that when you hear that rolling eggs down a mountain, then they break all over and they're a mess, right?
Yeah.
It's just for fun.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Oh,
So-
I've never done that.
Yeah, I know. It was, because I can still remember, we went up to the Dream Mine one time.
Right.
And we rolled eggs down. I don't know where that tradition came from, but it was crazy. But, you know, the Thanksgiving and Christmas, we all had the family all there, and big family dinners. She loved to celebrate all the celebrations. On the 24th of July, she has a big breakfast brunch, all cooked, even
Still to
today.
this day, okay.
Even to this day. So everybody will come and watch the parade, and they'll be there at her house.
So do they do the brunch breakfast after the parade or before? Or
Doreen.
during? Okay.
It depends on who was there.
Okay.
They'd come, grab something, and then go watch the parade and
Love it.
back and forth. And
Okay.
so she loved to do things like that. She is into all that fun stuff that we, growing up, it was great.
So I think everyone always has a favorite meal that maybe their mom has cooked also. Do you have a favorite?
You know, my friends loved to come to our house, you know, when we used to have parties, and Mom would cook, because we'd always come to our house, and she would cook, it was like a chicken fried steak, you know, but
that
it was
sounds good
just
right now.
so moist. You know, my mom was a great cook. She still is a great cook. And so all my friends would come and say, yeah, we want to come to your
The
house.
chicken fried
'cause
steak. And she would make that for
she
all
would
you
make-
good boys.
Oh, yeah. She loved to. She do that. She made her own salad dressing, and
Wow.
they, to this day, my one buddy that lives in California said, I think about your mom's salad dressing. It was awesome.
Isn't that funny how food just kind of evokes those memories? Because
Right.
as you're talking about all of this, I'm imagining myself as a little girl out rolling the real Easter eggs
Yeah.
when we are camping, or going in the back door and smelling those smells that you just recall
Right.
from childhood, or those memories that you take with you into adulthood. So now that roles probably have reversed a little bit, and you go and take care of Mom
Right.
a little bit. What do you, I guess, what do you like to do for your mom now?
Well, you know, what we do is each week, each one of my siblings, we take a week and we check
Oh,
on
okay.
her and go
Like
in.
during that full week,
That
every
whole
day?
week. And so
Okay.
we'll go in and take her supper. You know,
Okay.
because she keeps saying, I can cook my own meals, but, you know, we still, because we like to go in and visit.
Right.
Yeah.
And she is the scrapbook queen of the world. I mean, she can do a history of this whole town. You know, she has kept scrapbooks since she was a little girl. And so what's fun is we'll go in there and just sit and talk to her, and she'll start talking about the things she did as a child. And she said, "Oh, here, let me pull out the scrapbook," and she'll show you all the stuff, and it goes back when she was a little girl.
That's cool.
But when there was railroad tracks down Main Street, she said she used to go out and put pennies on the railroad tracks, and when the trains come by, they'd flatten them when they got
We really had a railroad track down Main Street.
down Main Street. I even remember it.
So I
It's
want to see
scary, I
pictures.
know.
'Cause
Young, I know.
I see pictures of old Main Street, but I've never seen
Yeah.
one with a train down Main Street.
Yeah.
I need to.
But
Yeah.
it was great. You know, and so you get to hear all those stories about
Yeah.
when they were, her and Dad, when they were dating and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and so it's a fun time. You
What
know?
about advice? And you know, as you were growing up as a young man, or even now, something that she's advised you, and maybe you said yes, maybe you said no, and then it came about what she was trying to teach you.
Well, see, I was the middle child, and see, I always told her, I said they were more concerned about the older ones and the younger ones, and so I had to raise myself.
Middle child syndrome, right?
Yeah. So,
But
no.
they say that middle children have the most friends, so no doubt that
They're
you're social
no
and you've done
kidding.
really well for
Yes.
yourself that way. So she has to be so proud of you.
Yeah, she is.
And she probably tells you that all of
She
the time.
tells me that all the time. So I watch it on TV, and everybody tells me how good you are. And I said, "Mom, you're not listening to everybody."
I'm sure she watches Studio Chatter regularly.
I'm sure she does.
I'm sure
She's
she
right.
does.
She will now.
Right, now
But-
knowing that you're going to be on.
She is a big jazz fan. She will not miss a jazz
jazz
game.
game.
Oh my gosh! One time I took her and my aunts to a funeral, and it was just me and my three, the three ladies there. And all three of them got talking about the jazz and players, and they knew the players. And I said, "This reminds me when I was in high school, and we used to talk about all of the players. And they knew all the players, and so
She sounds awesome.
so she was good." But her best advice to me is, one time when I was struggling with some of our kids, and I said, "What do I do?" She said, "Just love them. Just love them." And as you think about that, that was her main deal. Just love them. And everything works out eventually.
And did
so-
it?
It did. It did. It did.
It's
yeah.
so true. As I'm getting
Yeah.
older, that's the advice I'm starting to think to tell my kids is just love them, just no
Yeah.
matter what. But when you're in the thick of it, you kind of maybe don't love them.
Yeah, well, when you're in the trenches, sometimes you go.
It's hard to love.
Do I know you?
Yes.
But she was a great example. They were very civic-minded. They got involved with the city, and I think that helped
passed
me.
down.
But she was always there. Luckily, she didn't have to work, and so when I came home from school, there
She was
was
there.
always something good to eat when she came. Chocolate cake or fresh bread. And so, yeah.
Where does she live again? No.
Yeah, well, come on over.
Yeah. Okay, we're all coming over.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's right.
again.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you so
Mayor.
much for stopping by and sharing your memories. We
Thank
just loved
you.
it. You're,
Hey.
you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Don't extend that to the mayor. He would be like, I'm here.
I'm here. I'm good.
and that's okay.
Thank you
We've
for
seen
having
this
me.
during the
and
videos, of
we
course.
sure appreciate all you guys, what you do. It's
Thank you
it's
so
great.
much.
Thank you.
Coming up next, let's talk about getting pampered for Mother's Day. Don't go anywhere.